been to the top of the mountain and you've gone through these types of things before. What can you say to this group, knowing where they got and we're not able to get past this?
I think it's I think it's a blessing for these guys to, not see the mountaintop and end like this. Because when you've been there and you've seen it, like, it's a lot more depressing. It's a lot more. It's on you a little bit more when you. So for me, last year we just won a Super Bowl. We didn't even have exit meetings or anything like that. We were celebrating, parades and all of that stuff. And I think once you've experienced that, and then you don't make it to the playoffs, or you don't have the type of success that you want in the playoffs, like it's tough. It's tougher, I feel like. But for 31 teams, 31 teams in the National Football League are gonna feel like this. And my message to the guys was, as competitors, whenever you lose, you go back to the drawing board and be like, I got to make some changes. I got to do this. I got to do that. Like, I need to work harder. Like, you should always debrief. But I honestly feel like we're in a unique spot here, and we got a great football team. We got great coaches. We got great staff, great players. Sometimes, more isn't always the answer. Sometimes you just got to just keep playing, Sometimes you just got to line back up, give us another year, and to just go through it again. We lost 4 games. We lost 4 games this whole entire year. 4 games out of 19 games that we played? And we lost 4 of those games. And we had a great season. We had a great year. Of course, it didn't end like we wanted it to. But I came here to have multiple shots at winning the Super Bowl. I came here, this wasn't I didn't feel like, this would be my only shot like this one year. I felt like I had multiple shots at the Super Bowl by the way this team was built, by, our quarterback, our defense. I felt like I had, multiple chances at the Super Bowl, and I still feel like that, man. And, I feel like I've been a part of this team. I feel like I've been in this community for years. I feel like I've been knowing Coach Washington and Brandon Beane and Coach Frazier and Coach McDermott and Nate Bresky and Tabani. I've been feeling like I've been knowing these guys for years. We only been working. Really, the work time has only been a couple of months that I've been around these guys. So I'm super excited for year 2 with the Buffalo Bills. I'm super excited to line back up and do it all over again. I'm super excited to get back to Rochester and go through training camp and to be healthy again. So I'm super excited, man. And just because we lost to the Bengals, it doesn't diminish the type of team that we have. It doesn't diminish, our position in this league. We have a really good team, and our window is still open, man. And it's brighter days are definitely ahead for us.
Guys are still searching for answers, though, and you found them in certain instances. What do you tell them to kind of fill in those gaps to kind of answer some of those questions for them?
Well, I got a lot of answers. What answer do you want? Which answer do you want? You want the answer? I'm talking about to my teammates. Whatever my teammates looking for while we lost yesterday. Or we got down by 14 points early in the game versus a really good Cincinnati Bengals team. They were able to run the ball and move the ball. Not big chunks down the field. They had those, but they were able to move the ball consistently. They were able to run the ball consistently. We weren't able to run the ball or convert consistently. We got down by 14 points early in the game. 14 points with snow on the ground, and you're trying to make a drastic comeback against a good team. It's tough. It's tough, and that's the reality of it. All 4 teams that played, yesterday and this weekend, anybody can beat anybody. It's not one team that. Of course you got favorites and stuff, but all 4 of the teams, whether it's the Jags, the Bengals, us, or the Chiefs, any of those teams could have won. Any of those teams has the potential to be the AFC champion and go to the Super Bowl. It's just, yesterday wasn't our day, and it started early, and we were reeling after that, and weren't able to get our feet back under us. When you're up by 14 points and it's snow on the ground, like we play in the snow, but when you're up by 14 points and we're trying to push the ball down the field and make big chunk plays, 9 times out of 10 it's tough to do that. And of course we know how to play in the snow and all that stuff, but I don't think it would have mattered if we had snowshoes on out there yesterday. They got up by 14 points, and it was going to be tough to win that game. So if you're looking, any of my other teammates that's looking for answers on what to do next, my passion has always been football. You know, I do this better than I do anything else in life. Like I'm a great teammate. I know that for a fact. I'm a great teammate. I work hard. And if you're looking for what to do next, just do that. You know, continue to work, continue to grind, continue to just let your love for this game, you know, lead you. For 31 other teams, 31 other teams gonna feel like this, and then in 6 months it's gonna be a new. In 6 months we're getting ready to get back and try to find a new Super Bowl champion. So we can't, you know, let that loss yesterday create a loss for us in the off season or let it carry over into, you know, this next season. We just got to keep pushing, man. And you know, at year 12, I just got a different perspective, man. And there's no other team that I would want to be on right now, man. I'm still super excited about our window here with the Buffalo Bills. I'm still excited for our shot. We didn't get it this year, but you know, better days are coming for sure.
How's your rehab going, and what's the timeline now as you kind of start eyeing next season?
So I think I'm at 6 weeks. I'm at 6 weeks, which it feels like. I feel like it feels like months ago, but I'm, you know, the biological clock is at 6 weeks. I think at 13 weeks you can start running and stuff. But honestly, I walk around and I do rehab and stuff, and I just where I am mentally, I just try not to just think about it. I go through my rehab. I try to be as bright as I possibly can. I think your mental state is a huge part of any type of rehab like this. It's not like a 4-week process where you just got to do this and do that. Like it's, you know, they say it's 9 months. Hopefully I can do it in 6 or 7 or something like that. But you know, it's 9 months, and 9 months will put me right at August. So right at the beginning of training camp, you know, I should be ready to go.
You wear the GM hat in the off season, and you've been here for 4 years. And you know what this team obviously need to get over that hump. Would you be recruiting in the off season?
Yeah, I mean, if it's whatever they need me to be, I'm a great recruiter now. I mean, I missed out on Odell Beckham, but that's really that's really it. And you know, I don't think the door's closed for Odell either, though. So, you know, we got a great team here, man. We are in great position. You know, after this Super Bowl is over, man, we got a great team coming back. We got Josh Allen. If he's not the best quarterback in the league, he's number 2, and if he's not number 2, he's number 3. And we all know that those rankings rotate weekly. So we got one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Got a great defense. We got great skill players all over the place. We got great coaches, man. Coach Washington, I really enjoy, you know, being around Coach Washington. You know, he's super intelligent. It wasn't one game that I played this season where I felt unprepared, or I felt like it was something that wasn't covered. Or when we played the team, everything that they showed us, everything that we did, I felt prepared for, and that was due to Coach Washington and Coach Marcus West. And this is my first time being in the meeting room with the D tackles and the defensive ends. Usually I'm with the outside linebackers, or I'm with the Mike, the Will, and the Sam. I'm in the linebacker room. So this is my first year out of 12 years being in there with the D tackles and D ends, man. And it was a special time for sure. Great group of guys, you know, funny group of guys. They're a little weird too, but I really enjoyed being around those guys, man. It was a really, really fun year. We lost 4 games this whole entire year, man. So can't let those diminish us, man. And we just got to keep going. And you know, for me, I like I said at the beginning, if I'm putting my GM hat on, like I know by being there, by going to the Super Bowl twice, really 3 times. Went to the Super Bowl 3 times. It's just the element of luck that's involved, man. Like, you got to go all season long, try to avoid injuries. You need a couple of plays to go your way, a couple of calls to go your way. You know, it's not like basketball where you got 7 games to get it done. We're the best out of 4. Like, you could be the best team, you know, all year. You could be 17, 18 and 0. Then you play this one team and you could lose. Like, that's what makes football great, man. And we got a great team. We got a great chemistry, great culture here, and if I'm putting my GM hat on, I just want to line this team back up. Of course, you want to tweak some things. Of course, you know, you got to debrief and see what you did great and see what you didn't do great, and you know, address those things. But I'm super excited to see this Bills team come back out there, get some guys back healthy again. You know, I come back, man, and if I'm putting my GM hat on, I want to line it up. Same team, same coaching staff, same fans, same energy, and line it back up, and let's do it again.
When you tore your ACL the first time, I know it was 9 years ago, you had 14 sacks the next year.
Yep. And we won a Super Bowl after that. We won a Super Bowl after that, too.
Take me into, like, will you be, I know, in a way, kind of healthier because you had a little bit more time off at the end of the season? I know it sounds weird because you tore your ACL, but will that be able to get you in a different spot than what you normally would in an off season?
You know, out of 12 years in the league, I worked out. 4 of those years, I worked out year round, and it was I had an ankle injury one year. I had to work out year round, and you know, it was the ACL year I had worked out year round, and I had 2 years where I was healthy and I still worked around. And I had great years all of those years. I mean, I still had some great years too when I wasn't working, you know, year round too. So, but I feel like, you know, you're just be in great shape naturally because you're doing rehab, you're still working out, you're still working on all these little muscles and stuff. So, you know, I feel like if you're asking me, Mr. Optimistic, I feel like I'll be even better next year. I feel like I'll be in a better place physically, and I'll be ready to go. I mean, I barely practice. You know, I barely play. I played 10 games it was. You know, so I really saved a lot of wear and tear on my body too. Of course, I had the injury, but I saved like some of the little stuff that can nag you. I kind of saved my body in those areas too. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to get back to Rochester and line this thing back up again.
Coach mentioned about this team playing with a lack of physicality, and that's probably been the staple of each year when they don't advance in the postseason. How do you make sure next year in the postseason that this team plays with a more physical approach?
We should probably spike everybody drink with like some gunpowder and some gasoline, get everybody going. Same thing we did with G at the beginning of the season. No, man, we got a physical team, man. We got a physical team. I mean, we got Jordan Poirier on this team, man. Like Jordan Poirier, Matt Milano. Like we have a physical team. Like, did it show yesterday? No, I mean we were playing. You know, we were playing from behind. Like we playing from behind. Got 14 points. You know, the Bengals had the upper hand on us. Like from really the start. You know, we're playing from behind, trying to play keep up in the snow. Like, you know, it's tough. It can be done. Like, but it's tough. And of course, like your most physical plays, you're not gonna get the most physical appearance in those situations. But we can't let those 4 losses that we had this season tell us what type of team we are. Obviously, the last one, it did it for us. Like, we won't be able to advance. But we got a great team, man. We got a great physical team. Offense, we can put numbers up. Like, it didn't show yesterday, but we got everything we need, man. We just got to tweak some stuff. I don't think, really the approach of, like, more trying to find change, I don't feel like that's where we need to go. Well, we got great leadership. He's going to take us in a great direction. But I just feel like we just got to line up and do it again. I feel like I've been here for years. So year 2 in this community, in this with the guys, and year 2 with everybody, man. Like, I'm super excited for next year for sure.
Every season is different. Is there something that's going to stick out to you about this season as you head into the off season here?
Oh yeah. So there are no moral victories. But when you look at what this football team's been through this whole year, when you look at the type of year that this community's had too, the resiliency of this team, the relentless pursuit for excellence from this team, the work ethic, the ability to compartmentalize and get back to work, man. Like, that's what it stand out for me. I don't think I've ever been a part of a team that has had to deal with so much on and off the football field, whether it's injuries or natural disasters, I've never been a part of a team that had to deal with so much, and we handled that. We handled that as best we could, and we were successful despite the elements that were presented to us throughout the season. So, super proud of this team, man. I feel honored and I feel privileged to be associated with the Buffalo Bills. From the Damar Hamlin situation, the way that the training staff and everybody reacted, and the way my teammates, were able to push through that, and from the tops shooting, and to see everybody's heart and mind go to the community, from the natural disasters where we lost lives, and everybody, the community came out and helped us get to Detroit, and we lost some big time players this year. Josh pushed through a UCL injury. Like, it was so many different things that made me feel proud to be a Buffalo Bill, and made me feel proud to be a part of this community. So the adversity that was presented, I've always been a fan of, adversity reveals character, and we have some high character guys in this locker room, not only in the locker room, but in the front office in this community. And it's just an honor and a privilege to be associated with the Buffalo Bills and Orchard Park and the city of Buffalo, for sure.
How do you balance that mentality of you want to run it back, you trust everyone here, but knowing there will be so much turnover on this roster?
What was the question again?
How do you balance you want to run it back, but naturally there's going to be turnover on this roster?
Yeah, naturally it's going to be turnover. That's just how it is. But I think we got a lot of guys coming back. It's always going to be turnover. But the guys that we do get back, the guys that we know guaranteed are coming back next year, like, I'm excited to, run with those guys. Honestly, I just love playing football. I love everything about it. Even the tough times like this, and that that helps me balance it. A couple of weeks ago we were happy and getting ready, supposed to be Super Bowl favorites, and then you lose, and now we here, and they just go together, man. You always work and you grind, and you want to achieve some of the greatest things, but like the other side of it is this, But you never speak that into existence. You never even talk about it, but you just like, this is the reality if you don't achieve your goal, and that's where we at, and that's all I know is just to line back up and go again. I want my teammates to experience winning Super Bowl. I want that bad for this organization. I want that bad for my teammates. It's a beautiful thing. And when I signed here with the Buffalo Bills, I signed here because I had multiple opportunities to do that, not just this 1 year. So, we lost. It was tough, man, but I'm excited to see what we do in 2023.
What does this offseason look like for you in terms of where you'll be rehabbing and doing all of
Okay, for me, I got a son that'll be born in 2 weeks, on February 7th, same day as Super Bowl 50, and same day that I won MVP of the Super Bowl, and his name would be Victory. So it's like, my off season will be dealing with him and my other son. I'll be in Dallas working out, trying to push my body to a level that hasn't been at before. That's what I'll do every year. I'm 34 years old, so I'll be 34 years old in March, so you can't take too much time off, and I love cheesecake and wine too, so you gotta balance those things for sure. So I cut out some of the cheesecake and wine for a little bit, and I get back to work, man. I love everything about football. I love this, man, and as long as God says the same, I'm gonna keep coming up here with this same positive mindset, this same optimistic mindset, continually pushing my teammates, continually striving to put that Super Bowl banner up there. Appreciate you guys.